Want dis ons land, dis ons daar, en sonder soek aan ons gaan stories waar we lewe in die tuine, hoog gebou uit sand, die helder see en die goue straat, die landskap wat oor generasies vertel, die harte wat in ritme met die golwe val. Ons land, ons taal.
Daar's min dinge waaroor Namibiërs so lekker kan klets, soos weer en water. En verlede jaar was dit natuurlik nog droogte aan die begin van die jaar. Ons vergeet maklik daarvan soos met moeilike tye, maar in die algemeen. En in Maart verlede jaar, toe kry ons die eerste goeie reën om die droogte te breek. So 'n bietjie natuurlik, en later verlede jaar en nog hierdie jaar, toe kry ons nog reën en nog reën en nog baie reën. My assistent gooi 'n bietjie stadig en nog reën. Laat waai sussie, maak op. En toe, wat gebeur in Januarie maand? Toe loop die meters oor saam met die damme in Namibië. Net soos my meter nou gaan doen. Ons sal die mat bietjie later skoonmaak. Nou, dis uitspeel Vrydag vandag. Vandag is ook die dag waarop die hele wêreld dink aan weermanne en weervroue. Nou, Kletskompas het al tevore uitgespeel by die weerdienste van Namibië. So, vandag neem ons 'n verbeeldingryke sprong. Ons wys jou nou waar dit is.
The rainy season of 2020-2021 will always be remembered as one in which we filled up Namibia's largest dam at over 800 million cubic meters of water in just 2 weeks.
Gesê het, dit is die dag vir weermanne en weervrou, of deesdae soos mens polities korrek moet sê, weerpersone. En ons is by Weatherman & Co, bekende advertensieagentskap in Namibië. En by my is Vanessa Mengersen. Nou Vanessa, ek hoor mense bel julle so af en toe. Ek neem aan hulle kyk in die telefoongids en hulle vra, verkoop julle nie dalk reënmeters? Waar kom die naam Weatherman vandaan?
In Namibia, our lives revolve around the weather, not just physically, but emotionally too. So we never forget the feel of the heat on our skins or the smell of the rain. So that's what's inspired us, our name. It leaves a lasting impression on us, the weather, and that's what we want our clients to feel too. So yes, that's what we want to be known for.
So I read also you see yourself as rainmakers. Now, how do you make rain?
We want to navigate and inspire our clients so that we can make it rain for them, and then we want to dance in the resulting downpour that we create for them.
Nou, Weatherman & Co sê, jy moet nie net uit die kassie of uit die boks uit dink, jy moet sommer die hele blerrie boks weggooi. Wat maak dit vir jou interessant om elke dag werk toe te kom? Is dit 'n avontuur?
It is. Every day is something different, which is really, really exciting. It's exciting to challenge yourself creatively, and you obviously got to put yourself in your client's shoes too and see what works best for them. So you want to create solutions that are going to work for them and their problems, and solve their problems and find a solution that will work for them.
Do you think the creative industries, I think many years ago it wasn't a career many people went into, is that growing, or do we still have a lack of skills in Namibia?
Oh, I'm actually, I grew up in Joburg most of the time, so I was really inspired to see the lack of the talent that is actually here in Namibia. And I feel that a lot of people that go and study in South Africa are coming back, and they want to help and grow and develop Namibia. So that's really, really exciting. So there's a lot of talent, and we're looking forward to inspiring and growing that talent here. Yeah, definitely.
Nou dalk is daar 'n jong persoon wat kyk, wat sal jou raad vir hulle wees as jy nou met skool klas buiten dat jy dalk nou kuns op skool moet vat as jy kan. Daar's baie min skole in Namibië wat nog eintlik kuns aanbied. Wat moet jy doen na graad 12?
There are a couple of colleges here, and obviously there are a lot of students that go and study in South Africa, and that's not a problem. I do recommend that there are agencies here where you can grow your talent. Everyone thinks that they must go to South Africa and grow there, but there are a lot of agencies here that are fully equipped and can offer as good internship for them to learn and grow. So just keep it local, keep it here.
Nou, ek stem saam om op die job te leer. Jy word sommer appie eers en dan doen jy baie kennis op. Is dikwels die beste pad om jou beroep te begin. Dankie Vanessa, julle moet ingeskakel bly. Ons gaan nog klets met 'n paar ander mense. Kletskompas is a strategist. Sorry for my Afrikaanse Engels. What does a strategist do actually in terms of advertising?
A strategist basically is the bridge between the creative work and actually the consumer and what the client actually wants. So it's bringing it all together. So a strategist is responsible for telling the brand story, bringing based on a local granular insight and making it all it can be and magnifying it and making a brand relevant to a consumer's life at all touch points. So I think it's just being immersed in the consumer's life and also making a brand relevant. Yeah.
Nou ja, ou wat moet gaan diep duik in die verbruiker se lewe in. It sounds like you must be a party guy, man. Or you must go there to where there's action and where the things are going on. Otherwise, how would you understand what people are really feeling and thinking about?
Absolutely correct. I think there's a very great big demand to be on the pulse of what's going on from people from all walks of lives. You have to be open to experience everything and to share those experiences whilst inspiring people. So if it involves a party, so be it. If it involves going to a place that I would not normally go, I would do it because I actually love adding value to a consumer, and Rhythmman is passionate about doing things like that. You know, we are such a diverse company and we share each other's world, and that's what we need to do more of.
Inderdaad, soos die Jeugskryfvereniging kyk, julle sal vir Wenduke moet nooi na julle volgende byeenkoms toe. Jy die beeld gebruik van 'n brug. So on the one side you have the consumer and on the other side you have a company that wants to reach them. What role does images, so it's art and then language play in this process?
So I think language is very important because you can miss the emotional connection with a brand because of the language they use and also because of the visuals. But if you understand the consumer well, you know what appeals to them. You actually know what matters to them more, how to speak to them, you know, on a more granular, and not speaking down to them, but making them part of the conversation. That's the job we love, and that's what inspires us, because, you know, you are creating meaningful interactions in the language that everyone understands, and in the visuals they want to see as well. So I think that's the beauty of what we do. Actually, it's like you're curating art, you're curating a lifestyle for people, and you're making it a brand part of consumers' lifestyles.
Without naming specific products necessarily,
Yeah.
what kind of products, services would you think that you would use Afrikaans to communicate to consumers with, rather than English or German or other vernaculars in the country?
We live in such a diverse country, so I think every language matters. Every consumer matters. So if it means that we need to reach a pocket of people who speak Afrikaans, so be it. That'll be our task. I think there is no product set for a set tribe. We are a very diverse, inclusive country, and we strive on doing just that. So there's no specific one fits for this tribe. Everyone fits for everything.
Thank you, Van Duke. So, as jy hierdie ou raakkuier iewers in die dorp, dan behoort jy te weet wie jy is. Romeo Sinkala, dis nou die ou hier agter my, is 'n grafiese ontwerper of dan 'n kunstdirekteur by Weatherman and Co. Romeo, just the way you're dressed, you look like a creative person.
You know, as designers, we're always sitting behind the machine, so every occasion we get to dawn on something cool.
How did you get into graphic design?
From a young age, I always sketched and drew, and I think I was more inclined to creating than just, you know. So for me, graphic design is almost like it brings everything together: the drawing, the design part of it, the communication, and that's what I love about it.
We spoke to Van Duke on the strategy side.
Yes.
So how does it really work? How does he communicate things to you?
So the big part of communication is knowing the people that we are communicating to, their habits, what they like to do, what they like to watch. Now with that information, then we know, oh, we're talking to kids. Then the design has to speak to the children, or the kids, sorry. And then if we're talking to adults who maybe like sport, then we know we're talking to people who are into sport. So the visual language, the fonts, the colors that we're using is informed by what the strategy gives us.
You've got a special story of how you landed up here in this country and maybe in this chair as well. And you called Romeo, so where's Juliet?
The good news is that there is a Juliet, and the bad news is that her name is Ute. So I came from Zambia, and then I met my wife at UNAM while I was studying. And just the Namibian resources are so beautiful. I didn't want to leave. And she was just the cherry on top.
I hope you don't think of her as a resource.
No, she's not. I'll be in trouble if I said that.
Romeo, it was nice chatting to you. Thanks for joining us today. Dankie dat julle saam gekuier het. En I think the most important thing, Romeo, is that all of us must try to be creative each and every day in everything we do. Do you agree?
No, definitely. I think being at Weatherman is almost like living my dream, because I get to create and make new things and meet interesting people and get inspired each and every day. I've got an interesting story about our company and our logo. I don't know if you can pick it up. So our logo is inspired by what is called a windrose. And a windrose is a depiction of the wind direction for each day, the speed and the direction. And so our logo is almost like a snapshot of the first month of us opening as Weathermen. And so each one of these was a day and the wind direction. And so it creates this almost like a time shot of when we were created. And that's why I just love these little things about Weathermen.
Now, Valentine's Day is coming up next weekend, but maybe not then, but tonight already or this weekend. How are you going to be creative at home?
Wine, whiskey and roses.
Great, Romeo. Nou ja, dit was Vrydag se uitspeel op Kletskompas. Ons sien jou maandag weer.
There has been a rise of fraudsters impersonating NATIS officials. Please always be vigilant and never make payments that aren't at a legitimate payment counter. The Roads Authority does not accept payments via e-wallet, Blue Wallet, or Easy Wallet. Stop. In a questionable situation, stop and think before parting with your money. Challenge. It's okay to reject, refuse, or ignore requests that make you uncomfortable. Report. If someone approaches you for a fraudulent transaction, inform a recognized NATIS official immediately. Roads Authority. Safe roads to prosperity.